Hey, thanks guys for following us on our Facebook page, Mayfield Family Farm, or on YouTube. I just want to give you guys an update of where we're at. We've been doing the Straw Bale Gardens, if you've been seeing that in the past posts. Basically, the idea is we bring in straw bales and garden directly into those, plant our plants right into them. There is a conditioning period that usually takes about 21 days to get them ready to begin planting. And we've been doing that, and then today we are finally able to get the plants in, so we're pretty excited. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of what we have, what our setup is, and teach you a little bit about it. So right here we have some typical seed plants, and what's really cool when you want to sprout from seeds is you just put about a 2-inch layer of soil on there and then plant your seeds. For our spacing, we went with Mel Bartholomew's square foot garden technique. I really like that and appreciate what he's done in that area. So we have some cauliflower, some celery, and some cabbage planted there. And then down this row we have some squash and some zucchini with some melons, some watermelons, and some cantaloupes in between those. As far as companion planting, those guys get along really well. And I'll talk in a second more about companion planting. Down here we have some onions, some sweet peas, some beans, and some cucumbers, and some kale, which was some of our family favorite. Very, very healthy, nutritious. So that is everything on this side. On this side we have about 5 different tomato plants. All of them are heirloom, and because the heirloom varieties, you can get some really interesting ones. We have a tiger striped tomato, we have a yellow tomato, and we also have a purple tomato, which is going to be really exciting this season. Now in between, so like here you have a tomato plant, there's a tomato plant, and then down there's a tomato plant. In between them we have some sweet peppers, we have some other different plants, which I'll talk about in a second, for companion planting. For example, down here we have a basil plant here in between the 2 tomatoes. The reason for that is basil keeps away a lot of pests that attack tomato plants. Plus they are very, they bring in a lot of the good pests, or not pests, but pollinators and bees and that sort of thing. Plus the basil actually helps the tomatoes taste better. They give them a better taste, which is really interesting. Another really cool feature about the straw bales and gardening this method is you can plant directly in the side. So for instance, here we have a spearmint, down here a cilantro, and eventually we're going to be doing a lot of flowers, some marigolds and stuff in here. So you can plant 360 degrees around these bales as well as on top. With the flowers, it's cool because it makes it look good. It makes it look very attractive, but they also, bright colors are going to bring in a lot of the pollinators, even attract some wasps and that sort of thing that will kill off some of the bad bugs as well. So get a couple of cool benefits. Down here we have some carrots and some lettuce and some Asian lettuces, bok choy, some kale, and some mustards, and then some strawberries. And we put those down here because the direction of our sun, the tall tomato plants and okra will shade out some of those lettuces to help us get a couple more weeks of growing season there. Now you'll see on the straw bales we have these T-bars here with the wire stretch across and the 2x6 above. That's basically built-in lattice, so as the tomatoes grow we're able to tie them off to the wire for support, and it's also very attractive and looks very clean. For watering, if you see the gray hose that's on both sides, it's just the drip hose, soaker hose, and we basically pull that in. It goes down here to the green hose you can see there, and goes along this weed path, unintentional weed path there, to our watering manifold here. And this is also the watering manifold that provides water for the goat, for the quail, and also for the rabbits over here. And then the green hose there on the right side with a timer is what controls the garden. So I just have that set right now for twice a day for 15 minutes, and then we'll start adjusting that as it gets a little bit warmer. So again, I just wanted to say thank you guys for checking it out. It's kind of a test here, experimental for us to see how well it goes. Everything I've read, it's been very, very successful for those who've tried it. And we'll let you guys know, and we'll always, if this goes well, we'll always have straw bales going, as well as other forms of gardening and permaculture techniques. So stick with us, and thank you for coming along.